Right, we are back at Meadowbank this afternoon.
Back once again with a Renegade Master.
Back here we are at Meadowbank for Enfield. Marc, it feels like Eastbourne was a long time ago now, but it was only a week, but you've had quite a busy week in that time, haven't you?
Yeah, we all went to New York, and many thanks to Owen, Paul, Pat, Mad J, Gordon, his wife Stephanie, all the people we met out there, a few guys from Dorking. They looked after us, we had a great time, went to every Irish bar in New York. Got back and been in the recovery position for a couple of days and now feel fit as a butcher's dog, mate, and looking forward to the boys. A week's a long time in football. It's long enough to put a bad result behind you. I said to the boys today, we've got to get really good, all of us, and I know supporters feel the same. We've got to get really good at not just expecting to roll everyone over. Like Eastbourne, had one shot in that game by their goal. They had a few good spells, and said to the boys, we can't become despondent or frustrated when other teams have spells, because we're not Man City, we're not 8 leagues above these teams. So we've just got to be happier sometimes to be in the game 1-0 up. We don't have to be destroying teams, and so we talked about a professional performance today. Good opportunity to get 3 points on the board as far as I'm concerned. But as always, this league provides good test after test, and we're not going to disrespect the opponents.
No, obviously Enfield today, and then a quick turnaround again with Hemel Hempstead on Monday as well. And we didn't speak after the Eastbourne game, but you've kind of surmised it there, really. And how did you feel after that? Obviously, you went off straight off to the airport. How were the feelings after that game? If I'd have spoken to you after that game, how would you sort of sum that up?
Well, I was fuming with Jason's penalty, to be honest with you. But the more I reflected on it, the less fuming I was, really, to a degree. The keeper went early his way, and Jason quite a few times when he thinks that's going to happen, he goes to just clip it down the middle. He doesn't try and show off. He's doing it to try and score. But it was an almighty bad decision with the keeper being 6'9". And he almost dropped it through surprise.
He pushed it in, yeah.
But that pissed me off. But a game of football's not won or lost on penalties. I mean, it's still a little bit like a mystery why they don't do extra time in the FA Trophy when they don't have a replay. I see, it's like madness. There was 8 games settled by penalties. I think I've got to give more respect to that competition than that, to be honest with you. I've got a feeling it might be they removed it during COVID and never brought it back. Right. Which would be typical of the FA, forgetting they'd done something. I likened it to when McDonald's took sausage, egg, cheese bagels off the menu during COVID. Because I used to get one all the time. And I went there, they said, oh no, we've got a skeleton menu, right? And they took them off the menu and they're still not fucking back. So I feel like FA, it's a weird mix, I know. But the FA Trophy extra time and sausage, egg, cheese bagels, if anyone knows what happened to them, Google it, maybe it'll be on there. But
is that why Burger King is your preference anyway?
Well, 100%, mate. I mean, snooze, you lose. So, yeah, but I got over it, I don't know, maybe 3-4 hours later. Yeah. We've got a great bunch of lads. Look, what you've got to think about is this, we're the difference between having a bad day or an average day and winning, and then having an average day and drawing or losing is when you've got your best side. And our midfield's been full of players that don't know the patterns. I think I said last week, at Slough, 1.7 players on the pitch didn't even do pre-season. Yep. So we're desperate to get boys back, not because they're better than the ones we got, but it takes a lot longer for the boys we've got to learn how we play. Niall's not in there today, but you'd do anything for a Niall or a fit Macca. We all know with the patterns they're so good. So at the moment, we've just got to be, what's the word, I guess, grateful for the fact that we are hanging in there in the league. We see this as an opportunity to get 3 points. I think all home games are, to be fair. But Enfield, no doubt, will be looking to give us a stern test. And let's face it, going away from home, to us, they know that anything out of the game would be a good result. And they've done well to get where they are.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of players there. Obviously, Niall, part of that injury list. How, obviously, we've just seen Josh Taylor, Luke Moran, Reece Murphy just doing some sort of light work here before today's game. Any word on those and some of the others? Obviously, Rob Milsom has missed a few games since, I I can't remember even which one was the last one he played in, actually. Farnborough, I think.
Slough. He played at
And
Slough.
Slough, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously Dan Pybus continuing to sort of miss out, and Niall as well. Any kind of updates on them?
It's frustrating because they're big players. I mean, they're big players. Pybus is a National League / League Two player.
Yeah.
Pybus is on his last shockwave treatment next week, and then he'll be back.
Okay.
And the pain in the Achilles has gone away. The scan's showing nothing, no tendinopathy. So
doing some club ambassadorial duties as well as he.
Yeah, he has been. His vest in the nightclubs in New York measured 14 Ks. So, yeah, Pybus we'll see in a couple of weeks.
Excellent.
Josh Taylor has just told us here that he reckons maybe the Lingfield Surrey County Cup game. What a boost! What a boost! Josh Taylor. Thing is, listen, I mean, say what you want to say, but the fact of the matter is, when you've got the Pybuses and the Josh Taylors and the Niall McManuses and the Fit McShanes, you can have a bad day and win games of football.
Yeah.
And when you win divisions, that is the difference. You can have bad days and win games. And I feel like they take us from being a good side of average to really good. So Reece Murphy, potentially a week away. So we'll see. Brooklyn, we know, suspended.
Yeah.
Milson will be available Monday.
Okay.
Could have played him today, but
Okay.
we felt maybe a few days too soon. He trained.
Okay.
Probably going to hold him back.
And obviously McShane is back today and amongst the squad.
And I've forgotten somebody, which annoyed me. But yeah, Josh Taylor, Morrow, not far off. Pybus, we covered that. Anyway, yeah, Macca's back. I mean, phenomenal. Macca epitomises the Wanderers story. You know, that famous hat trick against Notts County down here on a summer's day. I don't think it gets much better. Can you ever imagine it being greater? I hope we do. Yeah, look, Macca's back. I mean, you don't know what you've got till it's gone, if you like. But when he's on the pitch, and all of a sudden you're watching a different level of player, and also a proper Wanderers player. Knows where his teammates are, knows where he wants them to be. I mean, he might get 5, 6, 7 minutes today. That'll be enough. And then we'll just bring him on from there. So, listen, we've got a good side. We've mixed it up a bit today. I'm sure we'll give a good account. Obviously, the wind and the weather is going to be tiny bit of a leveller, but we can't complain.
Okay, thanks as always, Mark. Good luck this afternoon, and we'll catch up afterwards. Thank you.
Cheers, you schmuck.